recording.
All right. So we're starting the live back with the recording. We still have Sean here. And we are going to get started. We want to do the great die cutting machine debate. And we're going to be talking about the Craftwell ecraft, the Cricut Expression 2, the Cricut Mini, the regular Cricut Expression. We also have the Silhouette Cameo. We were just talking a little bit about the scrapping easel from Contain Your Craft, which we can recap a little bit later on in the weekend because challenge number 4 is about to be posted, and we're going to be announcing the winner in the next 45 minutes now, I believe, right?
Pretty soon.
And yeah, we're moving right along with it. But Sean has a really special announcement that she has been teasing me over, and I'm getting a little bit anxious as to what this could be. I love surprises, but I worry about surprises when I'm trying to do special things.
A really good surprise.
It's a really good surprise?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So, know our friend Doug from Square One Master?
From Square One, where we're talking about all this repositionable fabulousness?
Right.
Yeah?
Well, on the break, I called him to see if he caught some of the show, and he did. He said it was looking great. He's very happy to hear people are so excited about his product.
Yeah.
So excited, he said, let me do something special just for the craft viewers.
Just for us? I thought he was already doing a special sale just for us. Is he doing something even more special?
For today and tomorrow, 20% off the 8.5 by 11 inkjet printable, which would be the
oh my goodness! So look, I'm gonna peel it off again. This is where the crafty corner was printed on, and we also printed on the Megan Elizabeth, and this is peeling right off the wall.
So you can buy your own pack of the inkjet printable at 20% off using using coupon code CROPPED. CROPPED.
Case sensitive?
That I did not ask.
We'll double check and put it
We'll double check and let you know when
but it is live now, so if you want to go buy it right now, go buy. You can print up all kinds of things and be decorating.
Yay! So we can do photo collages with this and so many other things. So that's really exciting news. It is totally die cuttable. And with that, I'm looking at the wrong camera. We are going to go right to these die cutting machines and start talking. We want to know your questions. So start thinking about what you want to know about die cutting. We have Carrie and Carly here moderating, checking out what's going on, making sure we get your questions. They'll be handing them to us. This is your time to ask those questions. And don't forget, I have a really special announcement at the end of this. Still can't hear? Okay. We want to make sure you guys can hear us 120%. So what we may do is move just one or two more things really quickly. Give us just one moment here. I'm going to move this. Okay. And we're going to come a lot closer with our microphone, which is a different setup than we've had. So give us 1 second. Oh, hi, you guys can see me now. So this should be a little bit better for you. Guys, let us know. Please, we want you to be able to hear and participate in everything. So is that better?
Yeah, we're going to have to share.
Okay, so the announcement once again is the Square One repositionable printable fabric in 8.5 by 11 sheets. The ones where they peel and stick, and look, it even sticks to itself, but with regular vinyl, you're not getting it apart. With this,
you will. Look at that. You just saved it.
And, yeah, you can save this stuff. It's really great. Little tiny pieces, it's a little more difficult.
Well, yeah.
Really patient. Totally printable. Print your photos, print your logos, print your names, print your favorite background pattern. Use your Cricut Imagine and stick it. Oh, you can see it here. You can stick it over and over again. Now, this is number I counted. This is time number 13 that I have removed it. This particular one this weekend. This is time number 13, and I'm resticking it back to the wall. We have some flowers that we cut out of the colored vinyl that is available. The link is on above Ruby Studio and craftevents.com, and this is 20% off today and tomorrow only when you use coupon code CROPPED, CROPPED at checkout. All right, let's talk about these die cutting machines. Brittany, Sean, come over. We have some serious die cutting experts here today. Oh wait, what is this? I see a breaking news. Breaking news. Silhouette America is releasing an 8-inch cutting machine in November, starting at $199.99. This is a lower price than the Cameo, and you can find it here only at craftycorner.com in November. It's the perfect gift for your holiday season. Did I do a good newscaster voice, everyone?
Very good.
For you? Okay, we got to talk a little bit more about this. This was absolute breaking news. I like my cue card. Pretty cool.
It was.
I actually had no idea about this too, so this is actually really great news for me too. An 8-inch cutting machine from Cameo, from Silhouette rather. What do y'all think about that? That's pretty awesome. Okay, Britton, Sean.
I uploaded the winner. I was uploading.
Oh, she uploaded
the winner so far today.
Gotcha.
Good.
All right, I have a little dust here in my corner from the.
That would be my
That's the phone. Okay, so we want to know.
lowercase on the crop.
Okay.
Lowercase letters for the crop code on the square one, adhesive, repositionable fabric. Okay. We have a lot of products here. I did a little demo and a out-of-the-box review not that long ago showing how to get started and set up with the Cricut Mini right out of the box and cut out your very first shape. It is a very simple machine to use. There are only 2 buttons on the front of this machine. There are no external dials. There's just these little levers and your blade settings, and it works great for those who are wonderful fans of the Gypsy, like I am, or if you're a fan of the Cricut Craft Room. Now, me personally, I use the Cricut Craft Room, but I am not a overly excited fan about the Cricut Craft Room.
Yes.
As much as I love Cricut, and I know ProvoCraft is sponsor 2 machines for this event, I do have other machines that I enjoy for different reasons. And many people ask me all the time, what different die cutting machines do I enjoy, and what are my favorites? And I will always tell them that my #1 favorite machine to use, because I feel like I'm lazy. I am a little bit of a lazy crafter. When I'm crafting, I don't always want to be spending time at my computer. I spend enough time at my computer for work. So that's why I'm not a fan of the Cricut Craft Room. I love my Cricut Expression, original Cricut Expression, and my Gypsy. I use all these machines. These are all my machines that I own that you see sitting here in front of you. These are not Crafty Corners or anybody else's.
So we can tell which ones you use more.
You can tell which one. There is some dust on this tray, but I just put the tray on. I almost don't use the tray ever. You do not need to use the tray when you're using. You can see because there's no dust on this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But there was dust on this because this was sitting under a shelf. This tray is removable for your ecraft. And this is one of the things that I actually do really like about the ecraft machine. The ecraft does not require the use of a cutting mat. So it actually, you open it up and it cuts right on here, right on this metal plating. And it has various settings, and you just load the paper in from the front, from the tray, or from a roll. There's different settings in here. And you can cut a whole bunch of different things out using their online software. Sure cuts a lot, makes the cut. The ecraft room, or the ecraft craft room rather, and the ecraft studio. So there's a lot of different options when it comes to cutting with your Craftwell ecraft. Paper layers has been included. Megan Elizabeth Paper Layers has been one of the included papers, and the Craftwell #1 recommended paper is Paper Layers by myself, by Megan Elizabeth, in this machine, and they've actually included it with the boxes. So that is a really awesome thing that eCraft and Craftwell has done. One of the #1 things that I love about this machine, and Sean, I would love to know what you think, is the tray. This is one of the best features, and yes, it is a little dusty. I have not used this tray in a little while, probably in a month or so it got dusty in the shelf that it was on, because I've been so busy working with my Expressions 2. Right. I've been doing videos on the Cricut Expressions 2 at AboveRubyStudio.com, a whole mini-series showing you guys a bunch of features of this machine that I haven't used this tray. But this tray will stack 25, 30 sheets of paper at a time, like your printer. And say you want to do full 12-inch hearts, or you want to do, I'm saying hearts because that's one of our challenges, right? Or circles, or whatever it is that you're designing. Britton and I got together, and I had to make 50, I think it was. It was 50, right, Britton? Favor boxes for the shower. that I was there for. And I had to do 50. And we had so many other things going on. I stacked in 25 sheets of paper, pressed cut one time,
And it just kept.
and it kept spitting them out because there's no mat. So I didn't have to sit there and babysit my machine while I was doing something like that.
Well, then the other thing, there's no worries about like, oh, my mat wasn't sticky enough.
Right.
And the paper slid, or the mat was too sticky, and my paper was a little bit more delicate, and now I pulled it up and ripped.
Right. And this cuts everything from vellum all the way up to super heavy duty cardstock, grunge board, not grunge paper. It does have an indicator light on it right here on top that shows you whether or not it's cutting all the way through.
That's very nice.
It's very nice. It does do very intricate intricate cuts as well, and it's also very intuitive that the images that are on the SD cards, they have a little SD card reader, so you can get pre-designed images just like your Cricut cartridges that go on there, and they just pop in right to the side.
Much smaller to store than
a big Cricut cartridge and handbook.
Yeah.
There's also a secret compartment in this machine that I love as well, and I'm not pressing it hard enough, but it holds extra blades, and it also has pens. Did you know that this machine does cutting and drawing at the same time?
At the same time?
At the same time. So you don't have to reload. It draws with a pen or a marker. And Britton has this machine. ecraft actually sent one to Britton at one point in time. It also has extra blades and little tweezers and a place to store your SD cards right here. Now this may not be enough for all the SD cards, but how great is it that everything stores in one? And it's a really sleek, fun design that comes in several different colors to match your crafting room.
Even if you had a ton of these cards, a shoebox, you'd still have plenty of room.
Yeah.
Did you talk about the rollers that comes with it?
Yeah. So there is a roller that also attaches. Okay. There is a roller that attaches on here. So you remove the tray, or no, the tray stays on, right? The tray stays on, and right here.
Yeah.
There's a little roller handle that I did not bring. Mine actually broke on my machine, and I'm getting a replacement, but that was my fault. I broke it. It sticks in here, and it has two roller cartridge heads that pop into place, and it is a roller bar that will feed rolls of paper or vinyl right into your machine, and you can make unlimited length projects with your vinyl. So if you want to do something, as long as it's a minimum of 11 and a half inches, pretty much. With thank you, you can go unlimited length. I'm getting a little bit tired, but I do know what I'm talking about. And that's one thing that Britton really likes about it.
Well, what I did with this not long after I got the machine is my friend Jessica opened my friend opened a hair salon, and I thought the fly died. There's another one. My friend opened a hair salon. She was going out on her own, and so she knew I had die cutting machine. My friend has a Cricut herself, but she the way I do things. So she asked me to make the vinyl for her new shop, and she had a humongous. I mean, it's in a strip mall. So if you picture those big plexiglass signs that they have on top of the salon or on top, of the building.
Right.
She actually asked me if we could make the vinyl, cut vinyl for that plexiglass sign, because she got a quote of over $300 to get a sign for that, and she was just starting out. So I ordered a roll of outdoor vinyl. It was, I want to say I paid $25. Really?
Yeah.
I want to say I paid $25 for it, and cut her salon sign, and the name of her salon is actually called Hair Assassins, and the logo for it is "You'll leave with killer hair."
Oh, that's cute.
So, and we cut little scissors that went on the side, so it was,
and that worked really great.
And we used it in the ecraft, so that was if you think you would never, when I got that, I was like, I'll never use a roll of paper, but
no,
actually I did.
From my opinion, and you guys need to weigh in on this, if you are a vinyl only person, this is the machine for you.
Oh, I would say because you have more possibilities. I mean, you wouldn't be able to do that with a Cricut.
Right. My feeling for that is, and Britton may disagree with me, this is why it's called the debate. We may disagree on this, but my feeling is because this doesn't require a cutting mat, when you're on something like a vinyl, that back sheet on there just gives it an extra bit of enough that it eliminates any extra frustrations. It is just the easiest cutting thing, and you're not resticking and removing and doing all those different funky things. It's there, and you're going, and it's done. So what do you think, Britton?
For long projects that were that width,
Yep.
absolutely, because I literally hooked it up to the computer, put it in the software,
Right in the crafting software that comes free with the machine.
Put it in the software, hit a button, and it cut the hair assassins and cut the logo all in one swoop, as opposed to taking mats and stuff in and out. Now the problem that I have with this machine is cutting smaller
sheets of paper
without a mat. It slides for me.
Yeah.
So what, the regular length, I didn't have a problem. The smaller, and cutting anything smaller, it would slide and I would get frustrated.
So like if you just had your scraps.
Like a 4" by 4" scrap is about the smallest you can get it. If you're using the ecraft, it's like the smallest size you could really do well. But if you're doing something smaller, or you're doing a 4" by 4" and you're still having a little bit of slipping, you wanna know what the trick is?
What?
If you grab a standard, everyday, thin, dollar store kitchen mat, and you grab a little bit of blue painter's tape or repositionable vinyl, because it's great as a tape as well for that kind of thing, or grab some stick and spray from Crafters Companion. You can make your own mat just for those little pieces. It is great because it is a matless thing, but you can create your own mat and it will still feed through and cut out things that you're finding are slipping. So it's a really good kind of troubleshooting.
I want to know about SD cards and the images and the differences maybe between that and Cricut images.
Okay, so there are several differences in the images. There's a lot of different ones out there. You can check out many. You have several in the Crafty Corner store, correct, Carrie? Several SD cards. So you can check out some of the images there. The thing that this does that's really cool, the images come with a red line and a black line, and I'm going to get them mixed up because I didn't bring it here. But the ones that have a red line and a black line mean they draw something and they cut something. And it does it at the same time. You don't have to change out blades. If you look at this, when I pop this up here, there is a blade. It has a little gray cap on it, and this cap comes off. But when you get the machine, do not take this gray thing off. This is kind of the guide for your paper, and the blade is in there. You only take this off to change out the blade. That's the only reason you take this off. This little black head here, this is your pen, and it pops out really just as easy. And there's a little pen in here, and it can do both at the same time. They're held in there magnetically. Clicks on down, and you're good to go. So something like a bunny, for example, is on one of the cartridges, and it draws little eyes in, and it draws, I think, like some little details on it. It's not like a printer. It's not like the Imagine that prints detail. Right. It's a drawn in, like gel pen look, but it's very cute. You can use the software to hide that. It doesn't have to draw. You can also customize your own images. You can create your own shapes. You're not limited to just SD shapes. Like Britton said, she did her entire Friends logo. She created scissors. She did everything. You can use any true type font and cut it or draw out the letters, and that's really an awesome thing with this. And
that's why I was going to ask, did you use a pre-done font? Or
no, I used a free font that I downloaded.
Yep, so thefonts.com. So that's some of the things about the ecraft. We want to know some of your questions. We're going to give you some time to get them in. Our moderators are going to write it down, but we're going to move over and talk a little bit about the Cameo, and I do believe this has become Britton's all-time favorite machine.
It's probably louder. It's probably equal to the Cricut. I mean, she's a die-hard Cricut user. I use both, but when I want to, I'm getting better at the software, and I'm talking about not the upgraded software, but the software that came with it, the free included software. I'm getting better at using that, and there's a little bit of a learning curve because it can be a little bit more. It's an advanced technical designer software. It can be. Yeah. I mean, you can use it the regular old way. Yep. Just to put the images that you download from Silhouette Library, and there's a gazillion right in there. But then you also can change those images, and that's what I like. I like being able to play around with that. But that gets almost into some graphic design kind of thing, but it's really not that hard hard to
It's
learn.
not.
It's
It's
not hard to
not.
learn.
I'm lazy.
Well, yeah.
I
You are.
am. When it comes to crafting,
I didn't know if we were going to debate that or.
I don't want to
She
sit
said
at
it
my
earlier.
computer. I don't want to sit at my computer.
Right.
So I don't like the Cricut Crafter. But the detailed images that this gets outdoes every other machine we have sitting here. It does. It definitely 100% gets the most intricate on fabric, on pretty much anything. It makes perfect circles and perfect scallops every time. You're not going to worry about slipping and other crazy things that the blade is doing. It has some of the most advanced features. So for somebody who really loves their computer, is very computer savvy, somebody who is really a graphic designer, somebody who wants total control and freedom, this is really the machine for you.
And you can download and cut any true type font. And it also has, now I have not used this, I will be honest, I have not used the print and cut capability yet.
Yeah.
But there is a print and cut capability to
There
it
is.
too.
Yeah.
Which, like I said, I have not tried
I
that.
have used it. I like it. I haven't done a video on it yet because I wasn't so sure I would get it right the first time. There are tons of videos on YouTube for that. I mean, there are plenty of people using this machine like a pro, and they are pros, and they're doing that. I am really focused on like the Cricut when it comes to being that pro. So we have a couple questions about the ecraft.
Nope, multiple machines. If I have many of them, how do I organize them? How do I keep them all user-friendly in my space? And
Okay.
That's a good question.
I have several. You have several.
I have several, so I'll let Britton go first. I love what I found, but I don't know where to tell anybody to buy that. We got it. We trash picked it.
Oh, did you?
We trash picked it, and
know.
my friend saw it, and yeah.
Yeah. Now I have and actually it's on my
It's on your
It's
blog.
on my blog, which is twoatatimdesign.com. If you go back to the April
blog post.
the April post, I did a few different posts about my craft room and when I redid it. So I actually have a long flat space, and that's where I have all my machines. My laptop's at one end. The Silhouette is right next to my laptop. Then there's my printer. Then my Expression 2, and I have my Cuttlebug and my embossing kind of on the other end. And then actually on another table I have a heat press. So I am lucky enough, I do have my own scrap area. So now Megan's different. She's had to deal with a much smaller space. So if you have some space to spread out, that's what I do. I also have an Imagine that is in a drawer right now. I do not have my Imagine out. It is a big, Megan and I were talking about this earlier, it's a big footprint. It takes up a lot of space. And even though I have a lot of space, it doesn't work. It doesn't work well in my craft room. I have to turn it to get the mat. I just can't. No. So I have and the ecraft is actually in a drawer, so I can take that out and put it right on top of the table if I need that. So some stuff that's the ones I use less I have in a drawer. I have the original Cricut personal that I keep in my crop bag. So if I'm going somewhere to crop, my personal goes with me along with my gypsy. But I have mine kind of just spread out and along. But I have that option. Now you have this really cool card thing.
I am in a little 2-bedroom apartment, and my bedroom is my craft room right now. And I went from having a
studio,
700 square foot studio, to being in a 2-bedroom apartment for right now in the season of my life, and I'm totally fine with it. But what I did find is it was trash picked, and I can tell you what it is, but I don't know who makes it or where you can find it, but Craigslist, eBay, check those different places. But it is a 3-shelf metal rolling cart. It's a caterer's cart or a buffet cart is what it is, and it has handles on both sides, and it happens to fit right against my wall, and it actually fits under my tall table from IKEA. There are pictures of my craft room that you can see on AboveRubyStudio.com. I actually did like a 30-minute video about my craft room and how I organized in my smaller space. And I recently just switched my room around. I was getting just a little claustrophobic, I guess you could say. So I put my bed on the other side of the room and put my craft stuff on the opposite side just to do something different. And this cart has 3 shelves on it. And on the top shelf, I have my Cricut Imagine, because it's the biggest machine and I can use it right from there. It's on a rolling cart and I'm not worried about messing with it. That machine is very, very, very sensitive to calibration. If you pick it up and move it too many times, you're throwing the print and align feature out of whack.
So keeping it in the, I keep mine in the drawer taken out, that's probably not a good idea.
It's not the best idea from the standpoint of it throws it out of whack over time.
That
It
makes
does.
sense.
You
Because
just had a
you're
light bulb
And
moment.
every time you move it, you
printing,
do
right?
have to calibrate it.
Oh, ooh. Yeah, because it's printing and then it's
Yeah,
cutting, and so okay, yeah.
You
that
gotta make
makes
sure
sense.
those lines
Yeah.
line up.
Yeah.
Okay, and when they
And that may be why you have some struggles.
I have some issues with I imagine. Yeah.
That may be why.
That
So
may be why.
recalibrating does help that too. So I have that on my top shelf. Second shelf down, I have my Cricut Expression original one, my favorite one that I use. And I have two Cricut Expressions. I have a purple one that was a Walmart special, and then and Crafty Corner had them for a while too. I don't think they have any more colored ones. Do you?
What?
Any more colored expressions in stock?
Maybe some coming this fall.
Woo!
The
Some
pink
colored
one.
expressions. Oh, the pink one?
Ooh, I totally want a pink one.
Awesome. So, okay, so I have the purple one, and I used to have a red one, and I had the original one that came out the year it came out, had to have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have those, but I have Imagine on the top, regular expression, and then the next one down is my Pazzles machine. Yes, we do not have the Pazzles here today, but the Pazzles is a really fun machine that I really enjoy, and that has a whole other different world of functions and features, like using a full-size pen in it to draw and markers and everything else, and totally creating creative options. And their classroom, they have a classroom. It's awesome. There's a lot to it. So that's on there. And then my ecraft goes right on the bottom underneath, because I can actually work from that cart with those machines there. And then I usually have my Cameo on a little side table beside my desk, and I have another machine on my desk that I'm working from. So that's what I do. Sean is the cut search and Cricut cutting queen when it comes to the Disney and everything else. And we want to get back to talking about this Cameo, but I want to know, of the Cricut machines that are available, Sean, the E2, the original Expression, the Create, Baby Bug, or the Mini, or the Imagine.
I didn't jump on the Imagine bandwagon.
Okay.
For me, I wanted to still be able to cut things out of my own papers and layer them. And yes, I know you can cut them separately, and still layer them, but it didn't have that same feel to me.
Okay.
So I never really got into that. But going back to our square one, how fun would it be to use square one?
So in the Imagine A to Z DVD, which I believe is all but sold out, and we are not reordering anymore. So this is last chance to get Imagine A to Z, because the Imagine has been discontinued for the time.
Right.
So the DVD has therefore been discontinued. Once they're gone for good. But we did use the square one adhesive, and we created several really fun things with that.
And I haven't watched that video since I don't
have the Imagine.
I mean, I've seen parts of it, but not the whole thing. But that was when I started working with square ones. That was the first time I was like, oh, now this is something I could get into the Imagine with.
Yeah, and you can do a lot with the Imagine, because you can do printable tattoos, and shrink film, and all of that really great stuff as well.
Yeah.
So,
but I love my Expression. I started off with Baby Bug, and I thought, this is it. This is all I'll never ever need. Why do I need anything more? Plus, at the time, the Expression was very expensive, and I was like, that's a lot of money to invest.
Yeah.
When I can cut stuff here, yes, I could cut bigger.
Right.
And then my husband watched the sales, and Menards was doing a sale where the Expression was basically about $20 more than what we paid for the Baby Bug.
Yep.
And that was my birthday present one year, and I haven't gotten my Baby Bug out since then.
Brittany still loves her Baby Bug with her Gypsy, which is great.
Yeah.
I
love the multi-cut.
Just real quick, I'm sorry, Carrie, just took me aside. If you haven't already, get your challenge for
Final challenge for
because we're getting close on time.
Yep.
And they after we get through this, they want to hear about like the Vagabond, the EBOS, or some of the
So I did do a video, and we're not going to touch too hard on that because there is a full, I think it's a 20-minute long video on the Vagabond, the Cuttlebug, the Texture Boutique, and the Ebosser was not out at the time, but I knew it was coming on abumberbstudio.com. So if you just type in embossing machines in the search link, you can watch that video, and we can talk a little bit more about embossing machines again tomorrow as well. Can somebody just double check that computer really quick for me? Just hit the mouse there. Okay, we're good. We're good. I just want to make sure.
Yeah. A little scary when it all of a sudden goes black.
Yeah. We haven't touched it. Yeah. But one thing I did want to ask, like I know with my expression, when I do my Disney stuff, a lot of those intricate cuts, I use the multi-cut. Something like this. Do you have a multi-cut feature on that for those intricate
So
things?
you have a much deeper capabilities with the blade going up to, you remember how deep it goes? I want to say it's like 12.
Oh, is it 10 or 12?
I want to say it's, I can't
So you don't need to worry about that multi-cut
Oh
thing.
wait, it is. Oh. Hold on. It does go up to 8 and 8.5. 8.5. You were right the first time.
Right.
Sorry, I don't know why I was thinking 12.
I just had it out. Oh.
It
Yeah.
goes a lot deeper.
Yeah, so that's always one of my things of like, I'm happy with this, and I kind of go, well, if the wheel's not broke, why fix it?
Yeah. Well, and that's how many people are. But some people are wondering, do I switch? Don't I switch? I want to say to everybody, just to be fair, from that standpoint, everybody's going, oh, she has all these machines. Honestly, and I'm so blessed. Like, I'm so blessed. Like, Sean's talking about the expense. Britton's talking about the expense of them. And it's an expensive hobby. I have only ever paid for 1.5 machines.
1.5?
Well, yeah, I paid half price for one.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have paid for 1.5 machines total of all the machines that you see here. Crafty Corner honestly was kind enough to send me one of the silhouette machines to do with videos, to do some demos on in exchange for some things we were doing together. Ecraft sent me Craftable sent me the Ecraft. I had gone previously to the Cricut galas back at CHA's, and because I was one of the Cricut girls doing so many videos, they had given me the machines. They had sent me the Cricut Mini to play with now. So I get to really play with these machines to tell you guys that's kind of like what my job is. I don't go out and buy every single one of them just because I'm a machine crazy person. Even though I am a machine crazy person, I am really into die cutting. I'm really into learning these and sharing them with you. And that's why we're talking about this weekend. We were starting to talk about the Cameo a little bit. It is a very intricate cutting machine. It does also have an SD card reader in it. Now, Silhouette also has a smaller, it's called the Silhouette SD, and it is a smaller footprint of a machine, much like the Cricut Mini is. It was either, was that? And it is, yeah. Is it totally retired? I thought it was retiring.
No.
Okay. It's totally retired at this point, but I have seen it on eBay. So
yeah.
It is around on eBay. But that was part of that breaking news, is that they are coming out with a brand new 8-inch die cutting machine this November, available at Crafty Corner. $199, so it's a lower price point than the Cameo, but it's going to have that same technology, the same software, and do some of those same great things that we really do love about the Cameo, which is the intricacies of it and the fineness of it. Again, I'm a lazy person when it comes to it. I don't like doing all of the designer work. Carly's actually over there in the corner. She's moderating, so I'm going to just let her chime in just for a moment. But she is a graphic designer, so she owns only the Cameo, correct? And she is just all about taking it to the next level and the next level because she really understands Photoshop and Illustrator and all of those things. And if you have a good working knowledge of those, the software is very intuitive. I will give it that. Like, it's a very intuitive, user-friendly software that comes with the machine. But there's some advanced features for people like Carly who are really, really advanced in their designer skills.
The advanced features can be intimidating until you figure out
Yeah.
what all those little buttons
Right.
they mean. Yeah.
They're intimidating, but they're user intuitive. They're very
fantastic. Once you figure out what they for, it's amazing.
And then you look back and go, why didn't I start using that right away?
Sooner. Yeah. Exactly.
It takes everything to the next level.
I don't want.
What?
The Cameo is able to use SVG files, and I have never cut very thick thick chipboard with it. I like grunge paper, grunge board, that I have cut. I'm not sure what Cameo recommends as the deepest setting. Maybe Carly might know from the deepest.
I've never done one.
Is that you never done chipboard? Yeah, I've never done chipboard because when I'm doing something like that, I actually tend to grab my ecraft quicker. So I don't know how thick it technically goes. I have done grunge board in it, or grunge paper in it, which is a little bit thinner, it's a little more flexible. And there are several settings. It's really easy. It's like a blade turn. You just use a little, I want to say ratchet kind of thing, and and the blade depth goes from 0 all the way to 10 on this particular machine as well. And this was cut out from one of the images in the Cameo, the Silhouette America online library. All the images are 99 cents.
They're
99 cents?
They have sales.
Yeah.
Sales, like the last sale was you got, I want to say $30 for 18. So I paid $18 and got 30 kind of in my like bucket, kind of like credit. So it's there. So when I see something that I want, or I say, okay, I want to cut a witch, and I don't like any of the witches on my Cricut cards, I go in and type in witch, type it in the search engine, and all of the witches that are in there come up, and it's really nice. And there's some amazing,
there are some really talented designers and contributors.
Amazing design.
You can cut my SVG files with it as well. I did a video on Above Ruby Studio with SVG files that I have, and Carly actually has the membership, which is $19.99 a month.
Yep, and you get $150 worth of credit.
You get, for $19.99 a month, you get 150 images every month.
And if you don't use them all, they carry over.
You can carry them to the next month, which is great. So just start loading up there's thousands of images in there.
Oh my gosh.
And it is more of I guess like economical, because you buy a cartridge for the Cricut. They have up to 700 images, but not every cartridge does. Right. And they're anywhere between, okay, we can get some for $20, but $20 to $100 per cartridge.
Divide that by how many images are in there.
And that's including the layers and including each letter of the alphabet and all that stuff. There is some, and you may not use every single image on there. So I love my cartridges. I'm not saying one bad thing about my Cricut or my cartridges.
I do too.
But this is sometimes a more economical option in the long run for people. And that's why we're debating it. The Cricut Craft Room is now coming out with some digital forms of content as well. It's the competition, right?
Can I tell you how much I love the Silhouette Cameo
I can't hear you. What do you love?
The mat that comes with the Silhouette Cameo. Seriously, I love that mat, and I have not. It's okay. For one thing, it's much more flexible. But I don't know what adhesive that they use. It's actually the adhesive that they use on that. I love, because it seems I've made hundreds of cuts on that mat. I've cut the mat. I've screwed up that mat completely. And it's still going strong.
And the thing is too, like when it is completely gone, you can reuse these mats as well, just like the Cricut stick and spray.
Right,
But they go so much longer.
Yeah.
You only need 4 of them total, not 40.
Right. I just wanted another one so that I can cut. So I can have stuff on 2 different mats. So I can do and you know what I mean?
I do that one a lot.
Yeah.
Where
that's
one is ready and
total.
I'm loading another one, and that one comes out, you're peeling stuff off.
Now we're back to why the ecraft is fun, because you're not waiting on those mats switching things out too, right?
And then I guess your girls are little, but I'll get my daughter and then start scraping these off while I'm loading this one. And
Are we about to be commercially interrupted for our prize winner? I'm not sure what time we're at. What time are we at?
Oh, are you okay? Is there blood?
we have a little blood accident. The Cricut and the Cricut Expression 2 versus the original Cricut Expression. We want to talk a little bit about the differences of these 2 machines as well. There are less buttons and dials, and there is no keypad overlay on here. There is a touch screen here at the top. This also gives you the capabilities to cut your Cricut Imagine cartridges right from this machine from this side, or your regular Cricut cartridges from the other side. The other thing that this machine has is the availability to do wireless cutting from your computer. Did you know that?
I had never used one before.
Right,
When I
I
was
know.
trying to use it earlier, I pushed something and it corrected me about the Wi-Fi. I'm like,
Okay. So it has, you can purchase a Wi-Fi adapter separately. It plugs right into the back, and that allows you to not have to hook it up to your computer when you want to cut from the Cricut craft room.
which is nice.
Very nice little function there.
That would be really nice for me because my computer is downstairs while my craft room is upstairs, but I could Wi-Fi them together, and then I don't have to bring the machine down to the computer.
Yeah. So the thing that only annoys for me for that, you have to load your mat still. So if you have to load your mat from 2 different locations, different rooms, you're not going to give it the tension you need. So while you don't have to have it connected, like if you have a regular desktop and the ports are behind the machine or you're doing whatever, it will save you that. But you're still going to have to be able to load your paper and press load paper from your computer. Make sense?
So I would still have to run up and down.
You have to run like lightning bolt speed.
Well, no, I would just have my daughter downstairs. I'd be texting her, okay, hit.
I've done that before. I have done that before.
I want to know what you can do with Wi-Fi.
Okay, so with Wi-Fi with the E2 it's basically what we were just saying. You can cut without the cord to your Cricut from the Cricut craft room. So you can design everything, and as long as you can press load paper and cut from your computer, you can do it wirelessly, which is a nice function. I do like it from the standpoint of if you don't have a long enough cord, you don't want to be plugging things in and out of your computer. It's wirelessly there. It's connected. You're good to go. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Doing an entire E2 mini series right now at AboveRubyStudio.com. We have a DVD on the regular Cricut Expression, and it includes a little bit about the Expression 2 on the 2nd edition Cricut A to Z DVD that just came out. We have an Imagine A to Z DVD. We have a Gypsy A to Z DVD. We have another really special product that we're about to announce. I'm waiting to find out when we're ready to announce the challenge winner. We have a couple other prizes to give away. We have a Cricut Mini to give away. Britain's going to go check on that for me. We want to know any other questions you guys have about die cutting machines. I hope we answered some questions about the different machines and what they do. Britain, real quick, final consensus before she gets into that. What machine do you vote your #1 favorite? Just your #1 favorite. I know you love them all.
On an island.
You're stranded on an island. You can only have one machine. Which one are you bringing with you? And don't say
If I could only have one machine,
only one machine.
I'd take Cameo.
Britain chooses the Cameo, and that is because of the images at 99 cents and the flexibility with some of the other things and the intricacies. I thought I knew Britain well enough to know that would be her choice. Good.
The Cricut and my Gypsy come make a close
The Cricut.
Sorry, they didn't make it to the island. They were voted off the island.
They
Yeah.
fell off on the way.
They fell off the island.
Somebody wants to know with
The ecraft.
not using a mat, the little tabs that stick together.
The tabs so there are settings in your ecraft where you can select how big or how small the tabs are that keep the images in place so that when it's cutting out, it doesn't just pop or peel off a mat. So it's not a completely new thing.
Yeah.
It makes little kind of like perforated slits inside.
So when it comes out, you don't just have stuff spitting everywhere.
Right. What I really like about that is it does keep stuff from spitting everywhere, and that's why paper layers is such a great choice because of how much it cuts like butter. Paper layers will extend the life of your cutting mat up to twice, 2 to 3 times its lifespan if you're only using that paper.
That's good to know.
It's incredible. So no, I don't find it annoying personally, and I just changed my settings. And if the tab is really annoying you, you can actually select not to have it there. Like if you're cutting out vinyl and you have it on a carrier sheet, you're not going to want to try to weed out little tabs when you're cutting vinyl. You turn those tabs off, and you don't have to worry about it.
Well, and with the vinyl, you'd still have the backing that everything's on, so you wouldn't have stuff spitting everywhere anyway. So yeah, that's a really good example. But yeah, if you don't mind stuff kind of flying,
okay,
let them fly.
So, Sean, I want to know of the machines that you have played around with, what's your all-time favorite machine? All-time.
I'm a Cricut girl. I gotta stick with my E.
Your regular expression.
Regular old expression.
Okay.
I just I like having. I still like having the overlay there.
Yeah.
I'm not big on the touch screen because for some reason my fingers will like touch it like, no, that's so not the thing I wanted to touch. Where I'm
using the stylus it like has to be key when you're using the expression too.
Yeah, but my daughter can, if she's on there, she can back me on the. I'm not good with those little touch screens, even if I got the stylus. We don't get along well.
You don't get along well.
Yeah.
So do you get along well with your gypsy? You don't have a gypsy.
I don't gypsy.
She doesn't gypsy. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's right. So, from my point of view, I love all of these machines. I actually really love my puzzles machine too, and I know we didn't bring that tonight to talk about for a couple different reasons, but I really do love my puzzles. It's a close runner-up. It's really hard because I want to like just cuddle them all, but if I am stranded on a desert island and can only bring one machine with me, I am going to choose my regular expression as well alongside of my gypsy. Because I cannot stand being at my computer, and a gypsy does not feel like a computer. It feels like a video game for crafters.
It's true. Yeah.
I have no trouble with the screen, but as some people have said, I'm still young enough.
That's true. Maybe
I don't know, but I find the zoom functions and features on my gypsy, which I know you cannot hardly find it anywhere anymore, and some people are selling it, and I've had some technical troubles with mine, but I still love it so much, and it keeps all my cartridges right there, which is a great thing about the craft room.
Yeah.
All the cartridges are right there. You're not plugging things in and out. Again, lazy when it comes to the technology side of crafting. I want to play with the paper. I'll take time to cut things out by hand. I'm not like lazy from a work side, but when I'm on a computer, I just want it to cut, and I want to play with my paper and my photos. I want to journal my memories. Yeah. That's what this is about to me. It's about enjoying those moments, and if I'm fighting with a die cutting machine, I'm not enjoying the moments as much.
And you're not tied to that computer. Yeah, you're not tied to the computer.
Yeah. So we have a giveaway for the Cricut Mini that we're going to do. We have the challenge winner. We have a really special announcement that we're coming up with. We have to recap for tomorrow. I don't know how much time we have left. We're at 7:45. 7:40.
Yeah. Oh my.
Eastern? Oh! I was like, what?
That time zone thing, people. Us in time zone.
Wait, but that's later.
Yes.
Oh,
You're running out of time.
We're running out of time really fast, so we're gonna keep things going. Time zone.
Okay, let's give
away the Cricut Mini. I want to know something, and we're going to get that on there. We're gonna announce Challenge 4 winner, which is the scrap and easel and all the other goodies that go with it. Don't forget about the coupon code for all of our sponsors.
If you're asking for participation for the Cricut Mini, they'd love it to be typed.
Yes. Okay, we can type. We'll type the participation question for the Mini. I'll get that set up. I'm gonna let Carrie go ahead and handle that. She'll announce it to me, and then I will announce it, but she'll have it announced to you guys first. But so we can just announce it to that people that can't read the chat. The chat will not be recorded for later use. Just letting you know. We're going to announce the challenge for winner first with the scrap and easel when Britton is ready. Okay. Challenge for winner. Are you not? Okay. That's good.
Okay, so the challenge 4 winner is Janet Trapp.
Janet Trapp.
Her blog is Love to Scrap. I didn't write down the whole blog address, but it's Janet Trapp. It's the number 4 challenge.
Congratulations, Janet, on winning the scrap and easel. Now, really quick, I just want to, Sean, I'll let you, why don't you just give Carrie a participation question about die cutting machines for us to announce to give away the Cricut Mini with 3 cartridges of your choice. This is still a really great machine, you guys. I know I showed pulling it out of the box and doing some different things with it. I'm looking at the wrong camera again. And I really do enjoy this machine from the standpoint of it is a smaller platform. And with having a smaller space for many crafters, that's a really great way to go because you don't have all these things that you need to worry about, the digital content that is available to use with your machines as well using the Cricut Craft Room. again, I don't like being tied to my computer, but many of you are and do. I work for my computer. I blog posts. I do videos for my computer. That's what I enjoy when I'm using my computer. I want to craft hands-on paper. And some other machines I feel allow me to do that a little bit better. Yeah, so if I had to give my machines in order, it's going to be my original expression with my gypsy. Second machine that I'm going to say is actually going to be my Puzzles, and I did not bring it with me for a couple reasons, but the Puzzles is my second place machine. Third place is the Cameo with tight runner-up space for the ecraft because of the paper tray function and the time-saving capabilities that it allows me without that cutting mat. There are other machines like the SC that comes in somewhere right alongside of the Cricut Mini, as well as my Expression 2. So I do love these machines. I love sharing about them. I do create with every single one, but those are my order for what I use. And my 3 top favorite Cricut cartridges, I heard was one of the questions. It has changed recently because of a new cartridge that came out.
It's changed.
It has changed from what it has been for the past several years because of some new cartridges that has come out. And this has nothing to do with any sponsors. I was not paid to say this. This is truly how I feel. Melanie Brown sent me the new, close to my heart, Artiste Cricut cartridge, along with the stamp. Hands down is my #1 new favorite cartridge. 100% my new favorite cartridge. I love everything on it. I love the font on it, the 3D images, something for every holiday. I adore it. It has trendy images on it. It has anything that you can possibly imagine that I would ever need to cut. If I got stranded on an island and could only take one cartridge with me, that's it. That is it. Art Philosophy is really up there, but it's probably not on my top 3. Child's Year is #2, and it's a tie between Creative Critter and Forever Young. I still really love both of those cartridges, but Artiste has kind of taken over my heart. It is definitely close to my heart. So definitely check out a close to my heart consultant, Melanie Brown, Nucci Draymond, and Darlene Valenti. But I'm getting the drum roll. I gotta wrap it up. So what am I doing? Drum roll. Cricut Mini. Here we go.
Participant number 21.
Participant number 21. Who answers this question? Is it already typed?
It's typed, but ready to touch.
Okay.
A die cutting machine that needs your computer to make the Cricut craft room work.
The die cutting machine that needs your computer to make the Cricut craft room work. Go. Number 21. I don't know if that was worded quite right.
How do we pause it?
Hold on. Oh, there. Oh, dear. Only my computer can.
Only her computer.
Only mine composite. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Pause chat. Okay.
You may not be done. You may not have 21.
Oh. Well, do a quick count and we'll see how many more. Okay, this is for the mini. I can't believe it. I'm so excited to give this away. And we have a really special announcement, and we have to wrap it up. Okay, we announced the winner. Let's do a couple more giveaways really quick. Where are the other giveaways? Really quick. Oh, that table.
Yeah.
I'm on the wrong table. Oh, here we go. We have 2 more Crafters Companion giveaway. Or no, it's 1 more Crafters Companion giveaway for the magnetic storage system. And I'm just going to draw a name out really quick. The other one is for the Cricut Mini. And we're going to be selecting the winner here in a minute. Did I pause it enough, right? For you? Hold on, let me double check.
If you only have 20, we have somebody that wants to raise their hand and be 21.
No, we have
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Hold on, we have a couple incorrect answers. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 is Trez Z from Trez Z SC. Trez Z SC is number 21 with the correct answer of the Cricut Mini. Works with either the Gypsy or only your computer. It does not work to just load in a cartridge or do anything else. So she was absolutely correct and was number 21. We're going to unpause the chat. Trez, we're going to get somebody to congratulations. Big, huge congratulations. Yay! We're going to get somebody to get your information. You won a Cricut Mini and 3 cartridges of your choice that are on the market right now. So none of the discontinued cartridges. You can't pick something like Hello Kitty, something that is currently being sold on Cricut.com. Okay, the winner is Tiffany Wilson from Ohio. You won the Crafter's Companion Magnetic Storage System. We're going to peel this back and get this going here. And we have a really special announcement. And this is worth going a little bit late for. I want to put this aside. I'm going to let my girls handle the rest here, who's doing what. And I'm going to call my dear friend over, Pat Davenport. Some of you may know her as the Golden Cricut Lady. And she is going to bring over our very special, no, you're good. You're good. Just have a seat. Okay. All right. Pat has been working for several years on something, 4 years, very, very special and amazing, that we are going to be announcing a partnership with Above and Beyond Studio. And she also has done some really incredible things with the Cricut A to Z, the Imagine A to Z, the Gypsy A to Z, the DVDs that we have already put out. I am all about education for these die cutting machines. And Pat is the exact same way. She loves to share what she knows, and she puts it in a very simple format that's different from what I do. Some people just do not necessarily connect with a video, with a DVD. They want a different format, and we have been hearing you asking for that for several years now, and Pat and I have partnered together to announce that we are finishing up working on a brand new product that will be released for this holiday season. You cannot get it yet, but you guys here participating in craft are hearing about it first. And it's very, very exciting. And we are thrilled to announce that we are going to be releasing Cricut A to Z companion workbooks, as well as an Imagine A to Z companion workbook, a Gypsy A to Z companion workbook, and several other companion workbooks to use right along with your machine. Now you can see here I have a printed out version that we took to the local printer and just had spiral bound with all the different books in it. So we printed out 7 books. 7 books all in one here. And you can see there's different covers for each one. This is for the Cricut Expression 2. We also have one for the Cricut Imagine. Even though the Imagine DVD is going away, there are enough people that still have it. We wanted to have that available. We also have the Gypsy. And there are several other things that I'm not going to show you everything yet. We want to keep you in anticipation just a little bit here because this is such a great thing that's coming out. This is our brand new release. This is our very special announcement. There are thousands of pages. 400 pages. 400 pages total in here. And you can see there are images of, like in the Imagine DVD, she went through and wrote up notes on each and every one of the projects that you see. She redid the directions. You can even see Jenna and I in here on this one. She also did the original Ready, Set, Cut notes that are included in this as well. This is going to start as a digital download on AboveRubyStudio.com, available starting very soon this fall. We're very excited to be releasing it. I'm not going to give you too much information about it because I want to keep you coming back. And I know you're going to want to come back because this is exciting. This is very exciting. And so Pat is the author of all of these notes. I am not a good writer. I've talked to you guys for almost 9 hours straight today. I can gab about anything. And I can video and I can edit. I can write it up for you if you want to. But Pat can always be my transcriber and she can write. And she is very talented. And there are several original projects done by Pat in these books as well with step-by-step instructions. Now, something that I want to show you, Pat has been doing this for a long time. She's had this for sale on her website before. The very initial release of the first book that you came out with was in 2009. 2009. And you can just see, she goes through everything, every single exercise on cutting with fit to length, on line return, exercise after exercise to make sure you really understand exactly how to use your different machines. So you can finish cutting out projects just like this and see exactly how your machine works from start to finish, just like the A to Z DVDs. So we're really excited about these companion workbooks. you're going to want to have both those who already have the Cricut A to Z DVDs. You're going to learn some new projects from these. You're going to learn some new things. And it's just a really great reference guide that you can highlight and make notes and do a lot of different things with.
The Cricut 2 has over 50 pages.
The Cricut Expression 2 is a brand new
now I
one.
love it. When I first started, I think I was intimidated by it.
Yeah.
But now I think that's a wonderful machine.
So, Pat, I'm pretty sure that even though you have become a fan of, and you did tell me this before, becoming a fan of the Expression 2, what are you going to say? What's your number one favorite of all time?
Well, it's my gold Expression and my Gypsy.
I knew it.
Yeah.
She is.
If I could only take one.
Only take one. It is her gold original Cricut Expression.
Right.
And it's awesome. It's beautiful.
There's only 12 of them.
Yes, there are. Ever. Not replaceable. Fabulous. If I were her, I would never use it. It would be in a glass box somewhere, to be
That's what
honest.
my daughter says. I said, I'm not going to die and leave it to you.
That's true too. There's notes on the Cricut Create in here. There's just so much. So every little bit of the details, and I'm just going to flip through. I don't want to give you too much. But it's start to finish, getting started, creating some beautiful projects, how to use the cartridges and the overlays. Go ahead, Pat. I'll let you go ahead and talk a little bit.
The actual, like the 101 class for the Expression, it takes 6 hours to learn it. It's a class that runs from 10 to 4 with an hour lunch break.
Yep.
And then the 102 takes another 6 hours. So that's 12 hours alone.
12 hours
to
go through.
On the new Cricut 2, it's about the same. Maybe it's more like a 10-hour rather than a 12-hour stretch. But I didn't want to, when I first started, I did it on just the Expression. I didn't even own an original. The store I worked for sent me home with one, and I said, oh, I'll bring it back after this weekend, and I'll have this class written. I got home, and that little machine did so much. So I don't want to leave out the original people. And if they do have the Gypsy that's the original.
The Gypsy, and that's one of Britton's, that was one of the things Britton said she really loves, is her original with her Gypsy.
Right.
And it's great. So this is going to start as a digital download that we're just going to introductory. Over time, if you guys can let us know here tonight if you want to see a printed and bound version ready to go that you don't have to take it and print it out and bind it yourself, because you can see how many pages are here for each individual book. You can do just one off at a time on the individual machines that interest you. So for example, here is what it would print out like if you're just using the companion guide for the Expression. And here are
put them in plastic pages.
You can put them in plastic pages, but these are all the pages, and that's a lot of ink.
Right.
So it's up to you. You're gonna have to let us know what you think. If you want to keep it on your computer and just keep it as a digital download, we want to hear from you what you think, and that's why we're letting you guys know about it right now. These workbooks are ready. Pat has done a lot of work. We just have a few more technical things to work out and make sure you guys get your content the way you want it.
We should start a waiting list.
And we're really, really excited. And of course, you can always sign up for the Backstage subscriber list at AboveRubyStudio.com. You will get notified the moment it is ready, and you guys can let us know, and we want to hear your feedback. So Pat, thank you so much for coming out here. Pat is from Ohio, and she came all this way just to share this with us, and we're really excited. And tomorrow we're going to have her do a few other things. She's very talented. We're going to show off some of her projects as well as everything else that we have coming up tomorrow.
And will the glass touching?
Possibly.
It's already been done. Just have to show them.
Okay. We did do the glass etching giveaway yesterday, so we can do some of that as well. We can talk about glass etching with the vinyl or the fabric, because the repositionable fabric works really, really well. And we can do a lot of other really great things. So we're really getting ready to sign off for tonight. We want to sign out with a few other questions and recaps and make sure everybody's good to go. But that's our really special announcement. I'm so excited about these books. I know you guys are going to be as well.
Thank you, David.
Yeah. So you're good? You're good? Am I missing anything? Let me recap tomorrow's schedule, just so you guys can know what's going on. We are starting tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to do our final challenge, challenge number 5, and I think this is I find this to be our most fun and exciting challenge. I'm really excited about this one. We saved the best for last. We're going to be recapping the DIY jewelry trend and wearable art, including t-shirts as well. We want to make sure projects are uploaded. We have a few other projects for tomorrow. Group participants, you had the Big Heart Challenge and the Nature Related Challenge. And tomorrow we have something else that's going to be really fun for you guys to do. And I'm going to have everybody that's here tomorrow participate as well to see kind of what we come up with. It's a total surprise for everyone. And I think it's a fun thing to do at parties as an icebreaker. And it's really great for scrapbookers doing a challenge at a crop. So you guys are absolutely awesome. I'm so glad you guys are all having so much fun. I love seeing these positive comments, and even though there's some frustrations at home from internet connection issues, this has been a really, really great event that we cannot wait to do again sometime for you guys. So we'll see you again tomorrow afternoon. We'll be here a little bit early. We'll get things started a little bit early. We won't officially start recording until that 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time time slot, and we will be really good to go. So have a wonderful night, guys. Enjoy the moments. Thank you, everyone who's been here working all day long. Get a lot of projects created, doing really, really awesome things, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Night.
Night.
Good night. Oh, don't forget your special deals, including your craft code for the square one, and everything as well.